All right, hello everyone. This is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Fly versus Moon. But before I get into that, or I guess I can unpause this right now. Well, first things first, Fly spawning as the blue orc on the top right, Moon spawning as the red night elf on the top left. There were some conversations about the meta and interesting gameplay, and I wanted to note a couple of things. First of all, in terms of play styles. And in terms of, I guess this may be a cultural thing, but what I've noticed or what I've realized by watching a lot of replays and visiting gamer houses both in the U.S. and also in Asia is Asian teams and Asian players generally are better at fine-tuning strategies, like getting a good strategy and then just min-maxing it and executing and being able to execute that strategy absolutely perfectly. While the Western players are much better at being innovative and trying to invent additional strategies. That seems to be the general case. I know you're going to find exceptions to the rule, Moon and perhaps being one of those. But generally, that is how Overwatch works, StarCraft works, and WarCraft 3 works. The Western players generally are willing to try new things, while the Eastern players, because it may be cultural where losing is absolutely horrid in Eastern culture because of shame-based, not doing all that well. You don't want to try new things. You want to know and you want to execute a tried and true plan the best that you can. Because of that, and because of the lack of involvement of American players, I would say, or high quality American players in the Warcraft 3 community, maybe we're not seeing as much reinvention or invention of new strategies as I would like to see at this stage in the overall meta. And because of that, it may take a little bit longer before we actually stabilize into a good position overall, where we know what certain strategies are going to work, what strategies will be better than others, and we actually have a well-defined idea of what, say, each of the matchups are going to look like, because people know what good strategies and what good play is going to be. Hopefully though, what I want to make sure is that it doesn't take too long to get there. One of the big downsides to all of this is the Keeper of the Grove. Is the Keeper of the Grove going to get quote-unquote corrected and fixed before or after the meta is stabilized? I don't know. The people have been saying that the Keeper of the Grove is extremely strong, which I do agree. The Keeper of the Grove is very strong, but is there going to be some strategy that counters the Keeper of the Grove later on? Maybe more use of 2 supply units, things of that nature, and that we're not really ever going to know. Definitely the best one. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for everyone out there. Already up to 16 viewers, as we are going into a Forest Troll Trapper that will get taken down. I guess I'll keep my promise. If my promise, as always, if I get up to 25 viewers, I will in fact stream a 3rd game. So I guess if you have friends out there who like watching Warcraft 3, definitely let them know I am streaming. Anyways, Blade Master now wandering around here, hoping to perhaps take down some units. There is a Forest Troll Shadow Priest now hired by the Blade Master. Nicely done. Are we perhaps going to also be looking at a Forest Troll Berserker? Forest Troll Berserker now added in there, and that could potentially be a problem, as the Berserker can easily deal damage towards that Huntress right there. Huntress now trying to chase after that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Forest Troll Shadow Priest is, well, just attempting to run away, and a little bit of damage each time does start to add up. That pig almost got in the way of that Huntress, as that Forest Troll Shadow Priest is now down to 41 hit points, down to 24. One or two more heals. Does one heal to try and do a little stutter step. Is it going to actually be able to heal stutter step right there? That is a big question, but the Keeper of the Grove does get the final shot off, and then throws down an entangle on the Forest Troll Berserker. Beautifully done, making sure you counter your opponent's use, as the Blade Master may be able to get in a quick death there. All right, Moon, realizing that his opponent was Fly, realizing that his opponent, Moon, was playing a very dangerous game, was able to get a level 3 Keeper of the Grove right there, as the Huntresses are now forced to retreat. Some big issues. It is going to force a resurrection back at home, but more importantly, the time lost for these early stages where the heroes really want to get as much damage as possible and as much experience as possible. The Blade Master looking to clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp pretty much uninhibited at this point, as that Ogre Magi will end up getting taken down, dropping a very powerful consumable item. Wand of Mana Stealing was not the item he was looking for, most likely looking for either the Potion of Greater Healing or a Potion of Mana to go on the Shadow Hunter or the Tauren Chieftain, whichever the next hero will be. We can see now that it is the Shadow Hunter, as we are going into a Bestiary and a Tauren Totem. These games are just taken from the Warcraft 3 info site. I try to only download NetEase games. It looks like the Back to Warcraft folks are already in this, already viewers in this particular game, so they perhaps already casted it, and well, you guys get to see another point of view. Now, Moon sitting here at level 3 will finish off this creep camp. The Keeper of the Grove resurrected, and now the Blade Master is still behind on level even after all of that. Shadow Hunter, however, going for Serpent Wards, and that is interesting. The Serpent Wards on the Shadow Hunters should be able to clear out this creep camp fairly effectively. As you can take a look, all of these Serpent Wards are dealing 14 to 16 damage each. 14 to 16 damage, that is 45 damage a second. And that damage adds up very quickly if they are all still attacking. Renegade Wizard will end up getting taken down there. Blade Master gets up to level 3, an additional ring of protection, adding in extra cover as the Shadow Hunter picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing. Meanwhile, back across over here, there is... Oh, Spirit Walker could have a very bad day, as the Serpent Wards are in position. All right, are we going to see some more Serpent Wards thrown down? 2 Serpent Wards right there. Spirit Link getting cast across multiple units. Blade Master amongst all of those units. They're able to do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove did it. Yes, some mana was lost right there, as the Forest Troll Berserker gets taken down again. Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to, well, stay back away from all of the action here. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove is just trying to get close to that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and it looks like, yes, it will get taken down. All right, one Huntress going to get taken out very fast. Serpent Ward still focusing down units here, as the Blade Master does have enough mana to wind walk and will be able to catch up to, I believe, one of those Huntresses. Blade Master, I believe level 2 Windwalk will be able to get in front. Wax Strats, how are you doing? Thank you for tuning in, as well as the Blade Master looks to get in front of all of these units. Will he be able to do exactly that? And, well, Moon does have an expansion down here already. All right. Instead of going after all of the Wisp, or actually, instead of going after the Huntress, going after the Wisp here and being able to take down 1 or 2 Wisp, it is going to end up denying some early gold. Huntresses, Archers now making their way back out. Shadow Hunter, Raiders, Spirit Walkers, Grunts joining in on the fight as the Blade Master looks to get away. Blade Master sitting at level 3, Keeper of the Grove, using this opportunity to clear out this Murloc Nightcrawler creep camp, and Moon with this solo Keeper of the Grove strategy getting up to level 4 already. Tome of Strength +2 adding an additional 50 hit points, also helping with that passive hit point regeneration, as well as the Huntresses along with Dryads now making their way out. Shadow Hunter has taken a fair bit of damage. Looks like He is still dropping. Yes, he is still dropping in terms of damage. He needs to get healing salved here in just a moment. And there you have it. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove going now after, well, a different creep camp here as the Blade Master now goes after a couple of archers. Could go after that Force Roll Berserker. Not quite sure why he hasn't done so. Blade Master could have stolen that little bit of experience as the Raiders are now joining in on the fight. Serpent Wards are all right there. Units are now backing off. That Raider very low on hit points. Healing Wave does keep him alive a little while longer. Meanwhile, the Blade Master hoping to finish off more units. Spirit Walkers have Spirit Link, keeping a lot of those units alive and well as the Blade Master, well, gets... Raiders get another ensnare onto the Huntress. Huntress looks like it will get taken down. Raider, well, a little bit slowed by that poison as the Blade Master looking to continue to focus down unit after unit. Serpent Wards in the backfield make it difficult to chase as there are no more Raiders left to cast Ensnare. 39 supply compared to 49, but Moon forced to retreat out of an unfavorable position. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and teleport off to the north here. Looks to, is he going to buy a Moonstone? No, well, double Clarity Potion and a Moonstone here. Could drop that, could drop the Pendant of Energy, try and drink some Moonwell Juice and pick it back up. We're not going to see that just quite yet. Keeper of the Grove Illusion walking around the gold mine here. Meanwhile, back across, we are looking at Spirit Walkers, Blade Masters, and it looks like this gold mine could end up getting pressured. We are looking at peons also making their way across here. The Dryads will spot all of this, but this is an interesting question. If you actually go after these peons, and this grunt here, these peons should actually be walking backwards, getting a little bit more distance back. Instead, Tree of Life could get taken down here, down to 126, down to 97, it's down to 70. It does get taken down, but the Scroll of Town Portal already goes off. Disenchant across multiple units. But this is still not a good spot for Fly to be in. Fly does not have that much here as we are looking at the Serpent Wards trying to fight back. The Shadow Hunter is sitting at level 3. The Serpent Wards, however, are only level 1. And there is just not enough damage to finish off any of these units. I believe there was a Scroll of Healing used right there. Grunts continuing the fight. Are their units going to actually end up falling? Moon at 46 compared to 44. So many low hit point units in the red and no easy way to take them down. Moon, he's probably got, wow, how many low hit point units is that? That is astronomically low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One bit of AoE and all of a sudden all of those units could get taken out. Raider gonna get ensnared here, gonna get surrounded, and before it can even really fight back, gets taken out. Blade Master, Spirit Walker in a bit of retreat. What is going on next as the healing wave is coming across? Not much mana, and that was the issue. No mana on the Shadow Hunter meant no real sticking and staying power. Keeper of the Grove, Scroll of Protection, followed up with a Scroll of Healing. That is going to be the follow-up play. Spirit Walkers, well, no additional training here. Bestiary, going to go ahead and summon some additional Raiders as well, or train up some additional Raiders and Grunts. Moon, being forced to rebuild this expansion as the Keeper of the Grove is already at level 5. Meanwhile, Blade Master sitting at 3, has plus 20 damage, but as you guys know, the Blade Master's Claws of Attack no longer benefit from that critical strike any longer. Alright, let's head back across here. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 3. This time around, you can see that the Shadow Hunter is purposely trying to hold on to some mana. That Keeper of the Grove wishes he had Tranquility. Yeah. Let's take a look back across here. Raider is going to go ahead and finish off all of these units once more. Gloves of Haste should be picked up by that Blade Master. Scroll of Healing picked up by the Blade Master from the store, and that is going to help with that Spirit Link. As a Tome of Strength picked up by the Shadow Hunter, there is more healing again. Meanwhile, back down to the south. Wisp. Well, still scouting out this location. He knows that there is no expansion, and it will be about 45 seconds until Moon is able to set up an expansion of his own by entangling that gold mine. Here we go. This potentially could be bad. Shadow Hunter is going to pick up the tome. No, it is not. Let's take a look. Going to go after some of these units instead. There it goes. Takes it down. The tome is still right there as we are now fighting our way through. There is some disenchant and all of a sudden there goes some Ents. Healing Wave saving up a bunch of units. Scroll of Protection followed by Scroll of Healing followed by Disenchant to remove that additional armor. Scroll of Speed now being used. As you can take a look, a bunch of Huntresses are all right here, and one Scroll of Healing used again. However, this could be bad. All of those low hit point units now taking down Shadowhunter, getting up to level 4. Level 2 Serpent Wards could be placed in strategically right locations to try and stop all of this here, but I don't see that as of yet. Ensnare onto the Keeper of the Grove. Shadowhunter is at least alive for now, using that Healing Wave to try and keep all of these units alive and well. Tome of Intelligence +2. Still left behind, as I believe the Shadowhunter will go ahead and read that book. Shadowhunter, low on mana. Blade Master, low on mana as well. Entangled Goldmine, back up and operational. Tree of Life needs to train up more Wisp to dump into there. We are looking at 50 supply compared to 44. Moon now at 54, so it is 14 gold a second compared to 10. Blade Master sticking nearby. Is it going to go after any of these units? It could try to go after them. Decides to back away. That looks like a blue Sentinel, but that can't be the case because the Blade Master is blue. Yeah, right. That's a blue Sentinel, right? I'm not imagining things. That is really a blue Sentinel right there. All right, Keeper of the Grove. Gonna go ahead and entangle that Blade Master. Blade Master has a potion or Scroll of Town Portal just in case. Is it gonna be able to get out in time? Is it gonna be able to? Wow, cutting it too close, far too close, down to 13 hit points. And that is that hero. One hero for Fly. No, Fly has two. The Shadowhunter is out onto the field on the other side of the map here. Blade Master using up a Clarity Potion and a Healing Salve. Does want to heal back up. Meanwhile, Raiders are going to go ahead and attempt to take down this base here. All right, Raiders doing a good job, and I believe the Raiders are actually, there is pillage research, so the Raiders were doing a good amount of damage and stealing some gold. Sentinel color is bugged sometimes, I think. Yeah, thank you. That would explain it right there. Blade Master now down to 375 hit points and climbing. No Sentinels nearby. Trying to go after one Dryad. Gets the kill as the Blade Master, Dust of Appearance, reveals him. This could be a problem. Scroll of Town Portal used again. If you know that you have no chance of getting out, use it earlier. And the Blade Master being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal, reading much more than he would ever like to. Oops, meant the Night Elf. Yeah, Moon going for solo Keeper of the Grove. A solo Keeper of the Grove has become very common, as the Keeper of the Grove's ultimate ability is a dual-faceted ultimate ability. It's one of those abilities that is extremely useful both in and out of combat. If you can use the ability out of combat, then you are more refreshed for the upcoming fight, and it's on cooldown, but you can use it again sooner or later. And it's one of the reasons why the Keeper of the Grove is so strong. The fact that you do not have to be engaging against your opponent in order for it to be useful. Back across over here, Great Hall going to, well, suffer a lot of damage at the hands of all of these Trents right there. Force of Nature just putting pressure. Meanwhile, Blade Master still nearby, but has to be extremely careful. You can see him holding onto a Scroll of Town Portal instead of buying Potions of Lesser Invulnerability, which is a little bit of a head scratcher for me. All right, Spirit Walker shows up and says, "Be gone with you," to all of those Force of Natures as they are taken down. All right, let's take a look back off to the north. Raiders, Spirit Walker's going to get into position. Ancient of War could end up getting taken down here, and I believe the Grunts are going to start attacking. You can see the gold going up in non-10 increments, meaning that pillage is in fact research. Scroll of Town Portal now once again being used. Gonna perhaps try and focus down some of those units here. Serpent Wards all there, 27 to 30 damage, poking apart some of these units here. Serpent Wards gonna go ahead and try and finish off those Force of Natures. Not able to do any of that though. All right, back across here, Blade Master, Raiders, Spirit Walkers all here ready to go. Grunts are here as well. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Huntresses, Blademaster, where are they going to be going next? You see a bunch of claws of attack +6 on that Blademaster. Is he going to be able to deal the necessary damage? He is spotting all of this. The Blademaster is not revealed right now. There's the Dust of Appearance. Blademaster is right there. There is no Scroll of Town Portal on him this time around, as he is going to be forced to retreat. Is he going to be able to get away? It does not look like it, and he gets taken down. The Blademaster falls at level 4, giving tranquility to Moon, and that is a head slap moment. Fly, who has worked so hard to get back into this game, trading super efficiently, even though he is behind on economy, gave his opponent level 6 just because. All right, Keeper of the Grove coming across, going to be able to get some, well, it's some easy kills here. There goes one grunt, there goes another. I believe this is the beginning of the end. Losing that Blademaster for no reason at all, and now being down 20 supply in this battle. Serpent Wards right here. Raider is going to go after the Tree of Life again. Scroll of Town Portal is on the Shadow Hunter. Could just try and take this down. A handful of ensnares could finish it off, but at this point, is he just trying to, I guess, trade efficiently, knowing that he can get a little bit of gold per attack onto the Tree of Life, and then by teleporting away, well, he actually comes out ahead. All right, not quite sure what is gonna happen next, as we are looking back across here. Shadow Hunter is back in play. He's being forced to do some hit and run tactics. Blademaster getting resurrected, and this may just be the end of it. This Great Hall not keeping up. Fly continuing to try and use all of these all of these tactics. Here you can see Raiders now coming across. We are going to be trading in main base, an expansion attempt for a main base, some Moonwells. That is a big deal. Raiders, where are they going? Why make your way down across here? Is it a Scroll of Town Portal? No Scroll of Town Portal at all. And where is the army? Is the army here? Where did... Oh, Moon's army is, in fact, trying to chase. Tome of Agility right there. All right, gonna go ahead and try to go after the Tree of Life again. 1, 2, 3, 5 Wisp trying to repair it. They will be able to hold on to it. Blademaster shows up to the party, and this is just a bunch of hit and run tactics as one Raider gets taken out. All right, Tranquility being used. Keeper of the Grove going to be able to keep all of his units alive and well. And there you have it. The Keeper of the Grove able to keep his units, from dying. Back off to the north here. This gold mine nearly mined out. Once this expansion is gone, I think that will pretty much limit any real chance that Fly has. Raiders attempting to take down building after building. It eventually does take a toll, but you still need to get at least 350 gold to make that Scroll of Town Portal trade actually worth it. Meanwhile, back across over here, Blademaster could end up falling prey to the same exact problem again. Blademaster gets entangled. Blademaster standing around. Dust of Appearance is not going to break free. There is another Scroll of Town Portal coming across, and Moon is going to be able to land, finish off perhaps a handful of units. There they go, as the Wisp are now making their way out. Dryads trying to poke apart some units as well. But this is still not looking good here. Is Fly just going to throw in the towel? He has no economy. He's lost his hero. He's down by more than 25 army. I think this is going to be the end. Huntress looking to finish off a grunt here. Shadowhunter making its way back across a couple of ensnares. Shadowhunter is in position. No mana on the Shadowhunter. Disenchant finishes off all of those Force of Natures as close as they are together. Meanwhile, the grunts are now in retreat again, as there is the GG. He knows he cannot win this war of attrition, and that is it. Moon takes the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.